Well, that was a day. There's still this constant nagging sensation in the back of my mind. I wonder if it's something the player can figure out at this point, or if it's something that's so well hidden that it's not going to be something that's going to jump out at you, or if it's something that's completely just hidden that you couldn't figure out no matter what. There's still this constant nagging sensation in the back of my mind. Hey, Tyrion. It's as if we've forgotten something extremely important. Yeah, that Celeste is a human being and she's right here. Tyrion, what is it? What can be so important yet so difficult to remember? Tyrion! Ah! Sorry. I was just thinking about everything. You're looking really stressed out. You want to head back to your house to rest? No, we only have a day until the trial resumes. If we can't figure out what happened after tomorrow, the magical traces will dissipate. I like this judge, yeah, at least he's fair. But you already know what happened, you just don't know who did it. Yeah, but we should speak with the suspects again. Maybe if I get lucky, I'll see something through the eye of Horus. But one of the suspects is the Eye Taker. What are you going to do about him? I don't think we have to worry about him. I suppose I'll have to speak with him too. Oh, what's going to happen when we try to speak with him? What? No! What if he tries to kill you again? Arya's life is on the line. That's just a risk I'll have to take. Tyrion, do you even understand what you've been pulled into? What? Someone just murdered a bunch of nobles and they even attacked members of the royal family. Now there are ancient dragons and demon lords involved too. Yeah, this case is crazy. Isn't this above your pay grade? Ouch. You know that's not what I mean. It's just this whole thing is crazy, isn't it? It's fine. It's just like any other of our investigations. It's not, though. What if the Empress of Discord attacks you? What if the patron decides that you're getting too close to the truth? What if I can't? Her voice begins to break. Celeste? Are you still worried about what happened during the massacre? I'm fine. I already told you that you didn't do anything wrong. You almost died, Tyrion. I know. Tyrion, you almost died. I know, Celeste. No, Tyrion, I don't think you do. Do you have any idea how worried I was when she broke past me? When I saw you all lying on the floor, so many things were going through my mind. I'm so glad you couldn't see them. I don't know what I would have done if you were... Where is the other judge, by the way? This guy just sort of took over. He was like, this is too important, I'm handling this myself. So the other judge is just like, oh, I got a day off, sweet. So, nothing big. She can't even complete that sentence. Celeste, we were so focused on everything else that we've been ignoring her. Other judges in the Bahamas, pretty much. She was attacked by Arya and almost died. We never even thought about how traumatic that must have been for her. I'm sorry, I didn't think. Don't apologize, just please. Please just leave this to Lucio, the Scaled Lord. I mean, it's a literal damn dragon. Let him handle it. You've done enough already. They can figure the rest out. And what if it's not enough? I'm not so arrogant that I think I can't do... I'm not so arrogant that I think they can't do it without me. But what if they can't figure out who the patron is? Arya will spend the rest of her life in prison. What if I could have done something to prevent that? I don't care if that happens. I mean, to be fair, Lucio isn't going to go and figure it out. He's intentionally trying to convict his daughter, so we can't leave it to him. Celeste, I don't care, Tyrion. I'll apologize to her all you want after this, but all I want is to keep you safe. And I don't know if I'm able to do that anymore. Even she seems surprised by what she said. Again, we're getting set up here. Something's going to happen to somebody. Either something's going to happen to us or something's going to happen to Celeste. Because Eris has already said she wants to break us. And if she's going to break us, this is how she's going to break us. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to... I'm really happy you're a part of my life. What? I know what you're saying is coming from a place of care. And I'm really sorry about how much I've been worrying you lately. But you're not going to stop, are you? It's like I've always said, man, king or god, nothing will stop you from getting justice for your clients. Yep, you know it. I'm going to talk to Lucio. Why? If we're going to meet the Eye Taker again, we're bringing some knights with us. Celeste, that's hardly... Nope, you don't get a say in this. And if you're not here when I get back, I will find you. I have a spell for it. Judging from her expression, it's not an empty threat. Fine, just go. Oh, don't leave us alone. Don't leave us alone. Eris is gonna come over here. Their relationship must be strained if he's prosecuting his own daughter. I mean, it's not strained to him. He's just like, yeah, we're doing this. I mean, the man prosecuted, I don't know if you saw this last stream, but Lucio actually prosecuted his wife previously because his wife went on a rampage with Mage Blight years and years and years ago, and Lucio had to effectively put her down. So this is just Tuesday. Before everything happened, we weren't even sure if we wanted to continue being an attorney. Maybe we should consider a safer, quieter life after all this is done. Nope, where's Eris? Where's Eris? Perhaps a life with her. Don't be thinking that. Eris is about to pop in and spoil your fun. Wait, what? Whoa! Wow, you came back fast. Okay. Watch this be Eris with an illusion on her. All right, Lucio's cleared it. It was surprisingly easy to convince him. Oh, are you okay? Watch this be Celeste with an illusion spell. I'm fine. Let's not waste any more time. She's pulling a mystique on us. Before she has a chance to respond, we hastily walk past her. Hey! Don't walk so far ahead! We need to stay focused on the trial for Arya's sake. When this is all over, well, we suppose we don't have to think about that until then. Again, we're getting set up here. Overwrite. Why are we still here? We keep overwriting this file and the scenery doesn't change. Yeah, all these little death flags keep raising. Who is Celeste's family going to be? It's weird. Oh, well, that's clearly a different place. Using the Kingsguard teleportation network, we arrive back in Rathholm. Due to Celeste's insistence, we're being escorted by a division of the Kingsguard. They definitely make us look out of place. As we walk through the city, we draw strange looks from nearly everyone who sees us. Sir, where will we be heading first? Oh, it's a little strange giving orders to knights. It's definitely going to take some getting used to. Are you guys going to fall unconscious too? Because that's going to suck. What's wrong? There's definitely something I'm fundamentally missing, but what? Yeah, he keeps saying that. I wonder what it's going to be. Just don't push yourself too hard, okay? Yeah, I'll try to pace myself. Anyways, we should speak with each of the suspects and confirm their alibis. That might help me finally put things together. Each of the nobles have returned to their respective homes, but our teleportation network should help you travel around Wyverngard. Alright, well, first of all, this nagging feeling won't go away. It's really annoying. It's like when you know a word to describe something but can't remember what it actually is. Don't push yourself too hard, okay? If you feel tired, don't be embarrassed to take a break. Yeah, I'll try not to exert myself too much. Where do you think we should go next? I'm not sure. Is everything okay? Yeah, I guess I'm just a little overwhelmed by everything that's happened. I mean, a literal frickin' dragon, what the hell? So... here and Frega. It's interesting that these are our only two choices. No eye taker. Well, I don't really care about what's going on here. I'd rather go to Frega Manor, but let's just go through them in order. We arrive back at the Grand Cathedral of the Scaled Lord. We probably won't need to investigate the crime scenes again. But I do wonder if Oster or Lucio might be here. Sir, I've spoken with the groundskeeper. Ah, that's a Funko Pop barrage that actually worked. Thank you. His Majesty and the Grand General are currently visiting Lady Steelwind. But supposedly they'll be here later today to talk to the High Speaker. I got distracted by the Funko Pop barrage. What was that? His Majesty and the Grand General are currently visiting Lady Steelwind, but they'll be here later. Alright, I suppose we'll come back later. Well, that was quick.
Repario Arcanum.
Hey guys, a real one. Alright. But you know what? I didn't do that here, though.
Repario Arcanum.
The whole city! Alright, nothing. I guess we will go to Frega Manor first. We arrive at Frega Manor, hoping to speak with Loth and Miriam. Is this the Frega Manor music? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we only hear this song while we're here. After some asking around, one of the servants mentions that they appear to be entertaining guests in the study. Who are your guests? Is one of them Eris? We normally wouldn't interrupt them, but we've already eaten up a lot of time traveling here. Whatever they're discussing can wait. Hey! I was about to say. Okay, Tracker's gonna arf at us. Ah! As we enter the study, Tracker runs up to us and begins barking. Tracker, what did you see? I probably trust your testimony more than most people. But once he sees who we are, he calms down. Oh, hello, friends! Sorry for Borks. Tracker thought he smelled something bad. Oh, Mr. Cuthbert. We scan the room and see that Miriam is here too. And they appear to be speaking with Lord Asclepius. Asclepius. I saw that word in another context, and I can't remember where. So I think it's a thing that means something. But yeah, Asclepius. Why are you here? Sorry for barging in, Loff. No, it's no problem at all. I wonder if Asclepius is going to be involved. Like someone's going to be this extra who's the patron or whatever. Her emotions imply that she already knows why we're here. Well, I mean, no shit. I'll skip the pleasantries. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about what happened? Who's the dude with the hood? So, that is a necromancer, more specifically a doctor. He tended to our wounds last stream. So when people got attacked and stuff, he basically mended us. He's also who Wallace Nightgrave is hanging out with. So Arya introduced Wallace to House Asclepius, who is basically a necromancy family. Of course, for the purposes of being doctors, so it's a doctor dude. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about what happened? Of course, I'll do anything to help with Lady Steelwind's situation. Yeah, this guy. Should I leave? No, you were there with me when everything happened. And your testimony will substantiate my alibi. Why are you mad about that?
Repario Arcanum.
All the magic is gone, eh? Yeah, Loff is a suspect, which I don't actually believe, but... Loff, I'm sure you know why I'm here, but I just want to preface this by saying that I highly doubt you were behind this. No, I perfectly understand. Frankly, I'm also at a loss. I have no idea who did this. What are you talking about? It was clearly that criminal, the Eye Taker. Why don't you go interrogate him? Oh, make no mistake, we fully intend to. He just wasn't on my location list yet, and I don't know how to unlock it. I'd like to cover everyone else before I confront him. Let him be, Miriam. But it's his fault that No, it's Beatrice's fault, because she goes around making deals with demons. Don't blame me for that. Our sister knew what she was doing when she gave her testimony. Don't insult her bravery by blaming Mr. Cuthbert for what happened. What? Wait, what? That was sort of weirdly phrased. Anyways, Mr. Cuthbert has shown many times that he's acting in good faith, and he's capable of convicting the criminals that even we can't see. Yeah, sorry about that. Feels bad. You mentioned Beatrice before. Did something happen? It happened right after she gave her testimony this morning. Oh? She fell unconscious shortly after she left the Scaled Lord's lair. Oh, maybe that explains why the doctor's here. Eris did not appreciate Beatrice giving us nudges in the right direction. Eris is like, that's enough out of you, bitch. Consider yourself unconscious for the rest of the chapter. Interesting. She hasn't woken up since then, and Marinoth has gone missing. Well, I'm glad we got the info we could out of her then. It must have been the Empress of Discord. After you manifested Lady Steelwind's blood contract, we all realized why she was acting so strangely. Right. If it weren't for her, I would have never considered trying to issue a divine edict. She sacrificed herself to save Lady Steelwind. I mean, she did. Props to her. She's still a murderer, but, you know, she's trying to help. It seems our esteemed sister put her trust in you, Commoner. Yeah, so maybe stop acting like such a little priss. So we will do the same. If there's anything we can do to help you, please ask. Well, that's fair. I appreciate your trust, all of you. But I have to ask, where were you all between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. that day? Luckily, we were all together. Me, Loff, Miriam, Beatrice, and her friend were all in the garden before 2 p.m. But at around 2 p.m., my sister and Miss Ilmater both went missing. How did they go missing? Like, did they go somewhere? Did they get teleported into space? Like, you need to give me some specifics here. I can't believe we trusted her to take care of our sister. Yeah, I'm down for blaming Eris. We're good with that. Hush down, Miriam. If the Empress of Discord took control of her, there was hardly anything Miss Ilmater could do to stop it. Unless, yeah. I really do hope she's okay. She's been missing since the massacre. Yeah, about that. We really need to get on that. We mentioned that we all went to search for her. Did you see anything? No. We were originally planning to search the cathedral grounds. But when we arrived at the nave, we found Oster trapped in a force cage. Did any of you lose track of each other during that time? No, we stayed together for the entire time. But we did consider splitting up to cover more ground. But the Kingsguard found us and asked us to stay where we were. Right, I suppose that makes sense. And did you see Eris at all when this happened? No, we never saw her. Beatrice Frege and Eris Ilmater were accounted for in the guard until 2 p.m. But after that, they both went missing. Eris supposedly lost track of Beatrice and searched for her in the garden. Supposedly, yeah. Loth, Miriam, and Lazarick were together and were about to search for Beatrice at 2:05, but they were stopped by the Kingsguard, who reported that a glyph of contingency had just trapped Oster in a force cage. So, yeah. She went missing at the same time that Beatrice did. That's really suspicious. Yeah, it is, my guy. You don't think... It's definitely possible she was involved in this somehow. Not to mention the Eye Taker is one of our suspects, and she's his daughter. Yeah, she's the daughter of the Eye Taker. She's Beatrice's buddy. Like, start putting some things together here. She's his what? You didn't know? I'd have thought that Beatrice would have told you. No, she didn't mention that at all. It looks like Eris has a lot to answer for. Yes, she does. If we can even find her, that is. I suppose I'll stop beating around the bush. Have any of you made a contract with a demon lately? Lately? How dare you! No, I understand where he's coming from. I want to understand, but the very idea is infuriating. Of everyone present, our sister was the only person with a known ties to a demon. If she were to share that secret with anyone, it would have been with us. We didn't catch any incriminating thoughts from them through the eye. But we've been misled by it before. I mean, that one comment that we saw from Loth was a little bit weird. Nevertheless, we still have no idea who the patron is. I was actually meaning to ask you during the trial. Can't you just use this divine edict of yours to figure out who the patron is? No, to manifest a blood contract, I need the title of the demon and the name of the human they made the contract with. I understand that, but why not just brute force it? What? Due to the king's funeral, the Kingsguard has a detailed list of everyone who was present during the massacre. Oh, that's actually... You know what? I applaud this. You are a sharp one. Whoever this patron is, they were working together with the Empress of Discord. That must mean they made a blood contract with her, yes? Hey, that's right! I could just keep issuing divine edicts until a blood contract appears. Wait, is that safe? Only one way to find out. Time to get busy. We take out our notes and begin looking at our list of suspects. Dr. Dude for the win. I mean, yeah, he's got a point. There's nothing stopping us from just, repeating the phrase over and over again until a paper appears in front of me. We might be at this for a while, so we might as well just go in alphabetical order. Oh, good. Start with Eris, please. We clear our throats in preparation. Empress of Discord, wherever you may... Okay, someone get this guy some coffee, because he's going to need to hydrate in a minute. Empress of Discord, wherever you may hide, release thine guards and manifest your blood contrast with Oster de Wivengard. Oh! Okay, there is a penalty. There is a penalty. If you do it with someone that there isn't a contract with, you get a migraine. Tyrion, what's wrong? I collapse to the ground as I suddenly find myself overcoming immense pain. What? What's happening to him? Well, I'm dead. Lazarick, use your magic to heal him. Right. Well, so much for brute force. You're not allowed to do that. You can't break the rules. Oh, you silly, silly boy. Okay, Eris was just waiting for that. You may be half human, but you can't just go around declaring lies like that. What? I was really looking forward to bringing you to the end of this. What, did I literally kill myself? I haven't even started to have my fun yet. We're gonna have at least another stream after this. Who are you? Actually, I suppose that contract is still in effect. I guess my hands are tied. I'll save you just this once. So we were going to die. Okay, you're not allowed to brute force. It turns out that there are the rules of magic don't allow you to just go. But I am curious about what contract Eris was talking about just now. Did someone make a contract that we have to live or something? Tyrion, please wake up! Oh, Celeste? Oh, you're okay. We most certainly don't feel okay. In fact, we're going to have a coffee. We didn't even get a chance to hydrate. We made one divine edict and boom. Okay, brute force, not a good plan. I can feel every part of my body aching. It's painful for us to even sit up like this. Are you okay, friend? Yeah. What happened? Yeah, Lazarus is curious too. You died! Oh, we straight up died. So we literally... Okay, penalty for trying to brute force blood contracts is not worth it. What? Repeat that, please? I've never brought anyone back from something like that. That was my strongest spell, too. You have no idea how lucky you are. If I wasn't here, who knows what might have happened. I don't understand. The last thing I remember was issuing my divine edict. Wait, was that the cause? But I've done it before without any problems. I just used it this morning. Yeah, you used it on people that had contracts. Why did the divine edict harm us? Well, derp. Oster does not have a blood contract with the Empress of Discord. So don't do that again. It might be because Oster doesn't have a blood contract with the Empress. If demons are unable to lie, the same might hold true for angels as well. The divine edict must be some sort of divine power, so asking for a blood contract that doesn't exist might be considered a lie. Sorry, it's my fault for suggesting it. Yeah, he's kind of like, oh damn, this is, my bad, bro. No, I was being reckless. Please be more careful. I don't think my heart can take this. Yeah, Celeste is having a real day here. Well, at least we know Oster didn't do this. That was the most obvious one! Either way, we should still make note of this. Oster de Wivengard has no blood contract with the Empress of Discord. Obviously. No blood contract. Anyway, it's clear that I can't just brute force this. I'll just have to wait until I'm certain of the patron's identity. Just please be careful. Anyways, it looks like we've found everything we can here. Perhaps we should move somewhere else. Well, we only really have the only other place, so hopefully people are free now. We arrive back at the Grand Cathedral of the Scaled Lord. Hopefully Astra and Lucio are back by now. And they are. Oh, Mr. Cuthbert, hey, good news, you don't have a blood contract. Oh, hey, Runt. As we enter, we're approached by Oster, Alaric, and Lucio. How's your investigation? Are you okay? You look quite pale. Yeah, there was a bit of an accident earlier. We're a little too embarrassed to admit that we almost ended up dying. Well, try to exude more caution next time. It'd be dishonorable if you didn't fall by my hands. Oh, settle down. Why is everything you say so aggressive? Anyway, we finally have our next suspect here, although we just cleared him. Judging from the evidence we've gathered, it's very unlikely that Oster is the patron. We do wonder if he saw something, though.
Arcanum.
Nope, saw nothing. Oh, I didn't examine things in the Frege house. Oh well, I doubt there was anything to look for. Hey, buddy. Why are you looking at me like that, Cuthbert? It's what I do, sorry. After he attacked us in Frege Manor, we've always been a little wary of him. If it wasn't for Celeste's reflex, he might very well have killed us that day. I'm not going to attack you again. Yeah, but I don't know that. Hey, yeah, neither does Celeste. I hope you can understand my uneasiness. You did almost kill me the first time we met. What? Yeah, Oster's like, wait, what? This is news. That's not... No, that's literally what happened. You can't weasel out of this. It's It's because you're a heavens born. No, you didn't know that. What? What does me being a heavens born have to do with this? It's difficult to explain to someone like you, yeah. But warriors such as I must hone and develop our senses to survive in battle. Eventually, we develop the ability to sense hidden enemies and anticipate danger. I've heard that such senses are heightened when in the presence of extraplanar entities. Until I met you and Beatrice Friga's familiar, I thought those stories were complete nonsense. Me and Marinoth. As a heavensborn, your blood is said to originate from the heavens. I wouldn't go so far as to say that I believe in the existence of other planes, but I admit that I still feel a certain aura from you that doesn't feel quite human. So that's why you attacked me? I was exuding a threatening aura? It was actually the opposite. Your aura was too calming and benign. I thought it must be some kind of trick or illusion. I see. That's quite an astounding ability. What about you, McCoy? What? Did you not sense a similar aura when you first met him? Is that true? Oster's helped us before. You think he's an ally? Yeah, I mean, he's almost certainly an ally. I don't recall far back enough into Chapter 1 to remember Celeste. Maybe, I think maybe she said something like that when we chased her... When we chased after her out of the inn after her argument. Well... Wow, there's a really big carriage outside. I wonder who it belongs to. Oh, there's someone inside the inn, too. Is that guy visiting my dad? Now that I get a good look at him, he's kind of cute. Oh, so I had a cute aura, did I? He's the crown prince. If you wanted someone dead, I'm sure he has better ways. That, too. I mean, if Oster was the bad guy, he'd already have won, essentially. Yeah. It was kind of similar. For some reason, we feel a little embarrassed. Hide my inner thoughts, hide my inner thoughts, hide my inner thoughts. Oster's a suspect. Oster, I'm sure you know why I'm here. It's because I'm one of your suspects, isn't it? God, I love it when I'm a suspect. It's so cool. Your Majesty, you are the reigning king of Wyverngard. I expect you to conduct yourself with more dignity. Of course. My apologies, Lord Steelwind. Fuck, I'm not allowed to have any fun. Anyway, questioning you is honestly a formality at this point. Really? A lot of the evidence works in your favor. He doesn't have a blood contract with the Empress, after all. Well, I appreciate your vote of confidence nonetheless. Lucio, have you made any headway in figuring out who set that trap for Oster? Still a fanboy, yep. No, I haven't. It makes me uneasy that you let someone get that close to my father's body. Yes, I can't begin to apologize for my men's incompetence. Again, Eris was probably invisible. If they were more vigilant, perhaps we could have avoided this whole tragedy entirely. Either Eris is invisible, or she can turn herself into... Like, maybe her true form is something like Marinoth, and being a person, like we're seeing her right now, is just a form she can take. She can turn into a little tiny thing and run around. So your men were guarding the late king's coffin. Yes, there wasn't a single moment when his body was left unguarded. We found traces of illusion magic at the location of the force cage. Aha! Although we're still not sure about who could have set that trap. There are also members of the Kingsguard that can cast both force cage and glyphs of contingency. What? And many of them fell comatose during the massacre. So we don't even know if one of them betrayed us. Do you think my men are that weak, Your Majesty? Well, they are unconscious, so yes. I think anyone can be made weak when put through enough stress. Regardless, we have no way of telling who may have been guarding the coffin when the trap was set. This means that we have no way of telling when that glyph of contingency was set. I was actually meaning to ask about that. Couldn't we wait for the 48 hours to elapse? If we make note of the exact time the traces of evocation disappear, we can work backward to discern the exact time the trap was set. Well, normally we could. Oh. When the spell activated, I unfortunately panicked and cast a firebolt to try to destroy it. Of course, it didn't even put a dent in the force cage. Because of that, he left traces of evocation at the exact location of the glyph of contingency. We can't discern which traces were left by the patron's glyph or His Majesty's firebolt. Well, Oster, you twit. Thanks for nothing. I'm terribly sorry about that. You suck. At 2 p.m., Oster went to pay his respects at his father's coffin. Unbeknownst to him, there was a glyph of contingency. We knew about this, and it does say updated. Trap triggered. Oster attempted to break the force cage by casting Firebolt. That created fresh traces of evocation, which makes it impossible to tell when the glyph was placed. There were traces of illusion magic at the crime scene, and that might imply that someone hid themselves from the guards as they set the trap, probably Eris. You can't blame him for reacting like that, but it's going to make figuring out who did this that much more difficult. Thanks a lot. I heard you two visited Arya earlier today. How is she doing? I think she's doing the best she can, all things considered. Yeah, I keep hearing that phrase. Best she can, all things considered, doesn't mean a whole lot. No thanks to you. Hey, shut up. What? She's only in this situation because of you. Lucio, that's not me. You're the one who's heartlessly prosecuting her. Yeah, Oster, put your foot down. You're the king. You don't take this. She's far too weak for this. If that's what you truly think of her, you're grossly misunderstanding the kind of person that she is. She defied the role you tried to force onto her, and she instead dedicated herself to fixing our broken kingdom. Ever since this started, all you've done is insult her. But you know nothing about her. She's far stronger than you realize. Yeah, you tell him. Despite her lineage, she's always carved her own path and pursued her own justice. Her own path? She only became a prosecutor because of His Majesty. What are you talking about? She became a prosecutor to fix our corrupt justice system from the inside. And who do you think put those ideas in her mind? If she wanted to fix our justice system, she could easily have done so by slowly weakening House Sybil's influence. But she knew about your strange idolization of Ruby Tamora. What? What? Oster has a strange idolization of Ruby Tamora? This is a revelation. And she knew how closely you followed each and every one of her cases. I guess that's how he knows about us? Why he's our fanboy? I know why she became a prosecutor. She thought that if she became like your idol and defeated her, you might finally notice her. You're wrong, Lucio. Arya Steelwind would never care about me that well. This is where you're wrong, actually. Are you serious? No, he actually is seriously that dense. Don't question it. When you were still engaged to Lady Frigga, you flaunted your relationship in front of my daughter with no regard for her feelings. Why would he care about her feelings when he's engaged to Lady Frigga? I remember each and every time I heard her silently crying in her quarters because of how oblivious you are. She's changed every part of herself in order to please you. Is he getting angry on her behalf? I had no idea. My daughter is far stronger than any of us, but she's weak when it comes to you. Lucio, there's no point in fighting amongst ourselves. Please stay focused on the investigation. It seems that he cares for Arya a lot more than we realized. I mean, he does. Obviously. Maybe he's a little misguided. Maybe he's got some slightly twisted ideals, but he's a good guy. And the eye shows that his feelings are genuine. But then why is he doing everything he can to convict her? We know why. Why are we asking about me? Hey, let's talk about me instead. Let's focus on the investigation. Let's talk about me. The mood is a little tense. I must ask you, Cuthbert, why are you going to such lengths for my daughter? What do you mean? Surely you understand the gravity of the situation. By taking part in this trial, you risk drawing the ire of both the nobility and whoever the Empress of Discord is. Yeah, I know. Celeste has already given me this speech. What are you planning? Lucio, I'm not planning anything. Please. You honestly expect me to believe that you're doing this out of the goodness of your heart? Yeah, suck it up. Deal with it. Well, Scaled Lord, you actually are doing it for that reason. Yeah, how about that? Is this what all Heavensborn are like? I don't like thinking about it that way. I just can't stand by while I see injustice taking place. Even if you're standing in my way, I'll do whatever it takes to save Arya. Yeah, Celeste is a little worried too. I wouldn't throw around such promises so loosely. I'm not. I will save her, Lucio. Anyway, it appears that we still have no idea who set that trap for Oster. Judging from the spell compendiums we have, neither Arya nor Beatrice could have set that trap. But the patron could also be a mage. That means that they could have set that trap too. Interesting to note, technically they got Eris's spell compendium back in chapter 2, but she said that someone misplaced it. So she engineered them actually losing her spell compendium. So we don't know what spells she knows. She just mentioned it in passing. Oh, they lost my spell compendium. Oopsie doopsies. Yeah, sure they lost it. Either way, it looks like we won't be getting any new information here. And we highly doubt the person who orchestrated this is any of the people we've met thus far. There's one last person we need to talk to. You're either going to say the Eye Taker or Eris, right? We're done here. Let's just move it. Back alley. Back here. We remember the way. Time for this nonsense. We make our way back to the alleyway that Tamora brought us to a month ago. It would be too conspicuous to bring the Kingsguard with us, so they've hidden themselves in a building nearby. They gave Celeste an enchanted runestone to hold and channel her magic into. If she ever stops focusing her magic into it, the Kingsguard will be notified and they'll storm the building. Interesting. Are you ready? Yeah, let's do this. The Eye Taker is our prime suspect, except he died like last chapter. Everyone else has an alibi and lacks a motive. Not to mention Eris was with Beatrice when she went missing. So we suspect the Eye Taker through Eris, which at least is more correct, I think. We don't want to suspect her, but her father is a criminal, and she still hasn't turned up since the massacre. And she does kind of smell like breadsticks, or fish sticks. All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3! You guys yelling it kind of makes it... Wait, what? No one's here, right? There's no one here! Damn it! Of course he's not here. We betrayed him and he knew where his hideout was. Well, we take a closer look at the desk he was sitting at during our previous visit. There's a thick layer of dust on it. It doesn't look like anyone's been here for a while. He must have moved his operation elsewhere the day we convicted Beatrice. Or he's just been dead for a month. I guess there's no point in staying hidden anymore. We see Celeste toss the Kingsguard's ruin stone onto the ground. That's a lot of S's. Kingsguard's runestone. Kingsguard's runestone. A few seconds later, we hear the footfalls of soldiers rushing toward our location. Sup! Freeze in the name of Wyvern Guard! We see him freeze as he scans the room and sees no one else there. Be careful, sir. They appear to have turned themselves invisible. They're not here, you idiot. Oh. We let out a frustrated sigh as we take a seat in a chair nearby. Are we going to find a purple mark? A cloud of dust is launched into the air as we do so. He had the last piece we needed. None of the other suspects had the means or the motive to do this. But he's probably long gone by now. It's over. I'm sorry. But you did everything you could, didn't you? But it wasn't good enough. A part of us knew that it was a long shot. If he were involved in this, he'd definitely keep his head down. What do we do now? There has to be someone who knows where he is. Yeah, Eris. Wait a minute. Actually, there is one person who might know where he is. What do you... Oh, wait, Ruby! I'm gonna say Ruby. You don't mean... Because we literally haven't talked to Ruby this entire chapter. At this point, it's the only option we have. Are you sure? You two aren't exactly... Yeah, it is Ruby. I know, but I can't let my personal feelings get in the way of saving Arya. We're not looking forward to seeing her again. At least that's what we keep telling ourselves. Ugh. We'll have to process these feelings later. Watch Ruby be dead. Because Eris already said she was going to break us. Eris... I mean, I assumed Celeste was going to be the main path to that, but I mean, Ruby could be part of it. We have a job to do. Tamora Law Office. Wow, we've never seen her law offices. That is quite the place. Oh, we got more paintings to look at. I wonder if these are more Kickstarter backers. We arrive at the office of Tamora Law Firm. According to Arya, Tamora is still practicing. So it looks like she hasn't gone into hiding like the Eye Taker apparently did. And if there's anyone that knows where he currently is, she will. We bring our hand up to knock on the door, but we stop for a moment. Sir? After everything that's happened, we still don't feel ready to face her. For the past month, all those things we said to her kept replaying in our mind. The music is cozy. We feel the familiar warmth of Celeste's hand again. We take a deep breath and steel our resolve. We knock on the door. Every moment of silence threatens to fill us with anxiety and dread. There she is. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Why are you apologizing to us immediately? Who did you expect? I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but I'm not currently accepting clients at... Nah, not that. Cuthbert! She looks completely frozen for a while, but her gaze narrows as she notices the legion of knights escorting us. Are you here to arrest me? No, of course not. Can we come in? Yes, of course. We take a seat inside the office, but we can't really think of anything to say. And the knights aren't really helping to alleviate the tension. Guys, can't you hear the sexy sax music? Hey, Celeste, could you take the knights outside and do a perimeter of the building? What? But, are you sure? I am. But what if something happens? Celeste, we're in a populated building in the capital city of Wyverngard. I think I'll be fine. Hey, you don't know that. Arrest her for what? I mean, she was dealing with the eye taker. No, but... Sorry, you're right. I'll just... With a motion of her hand, the knights follow her out of the office. Right before she leaves, she waits at the door and looks at us for a while. But after a while, she realizes how long she's been staring and closes the door. Now then, let's get this over with. Aha! I can still repair your Arcane even though Celeste isn't here. Bug! Anyway, small talk. Hey, what's up, Roar? Is Celeste okay? She seems a bit on edge right now. Is that exactly a crime? I mean, she's been involved in crime. I don't have anything specific off the top of my head, but probably. Yeah, I think she's been overprotective lately. She's still casting Repario Arcanum even though she left the building. I don't really blame her. I did almost die a few times in the last few days. What? It's a long story. And I don't think I'm even allowed to talk about it, especially not with you. That last part came out with a little more disdain than we intended. We take a deep breath. I received your letters. Oh, did you? I haven't gotten the chance to read them yet. You haven't got the chance to read them, you just didn't want to. Of course, whenever you're not busy. This is really awkward. Ah, God, even the cozy, sexy music went away. But we were going to have this conversation sooner or later. Perhaps it would be best to just be direct. Miss Tamora, I trusted you. I know. I trusted you. I told you everything about myself. I put all of my hopes into you. And you lied to me. You told a criminal about the Eye of Horus. It took me years before I was comfortable enough to tell you about it, and you knew that. Why did you even adopt me? You could have just left me in Aranax and moved on with your life. Why would you pull me into this? It sounds like she's trying to look for an answer, but nothing comes to her. I started thinking about what my life could have been like. I could have done so many things. I might have been able to move on from losing my mother, but you adopted me. You made my entire life focused around that one moment. I had a son once. Before you, I mean. Tamora had a son. That's new. Best to just get to why he came and settle this later. Well, either or. We've got a few minutes. What? I wasn't always a city person. I used to live in an old farm town just like McCoy's. My son and I used to run an old tea shop, just the two of us. Ooh, a tea shop ice. Wait, you ran a tea shop? I know. It's ridiculous now that I think about it. But I was really happy back then. Oh, look, she actually smiles. She knows how to smile. What happened? One night, a local nobleman had too much to drink at the local tavern. He barged into our shop and started destroying it with his magic. My son tried to stop him, but the Inquisition swept that entire case under the rug, obviously. They said that the nobleman felt threatened and acted in self-defense. She never told us about this before. What was his name? Oh! What was his name? Tell us. Is it something we're going to recognize? Ryan. Okay, so not necessarily. It was Ryan. I feel like Ryan is a name that's come up in the past, but I don't think it was anything too significant, I don't think. Someone mentioned Orion in passing. What did you do after Ryan died? I thought long and hard about what I wanted to do. I was hurt and blinded by rage. So I decided I would take justice into my own hands. Wait, you didn't know? At the time, I thought that killing him would be too easy. I broke into his manor and found every incriminating document I could find. Ryan is a common name, but these sorts of games don't technically recycle names. You don't typically play an Ace Attorney game and 3 people are named Chris, you know? I found everything from records of illegitimate children to plots he was making against other noble houses. I released everything to the public. It absolutely ruined him. That's when I realized that there was a way to make them pay. You didn't have to harm or kill anyone. You could just beat them at their own game. You could use the rules and laws they made against them. Just like an attorney. Yeah, just like an attorney. When I realized that, I moved to the city and started studying law. I read every book there was to read about with regards laws, and I learned how to work the system. I started representing clients who were clearly being framed by the nobility. But I really didn't care about saving them. I just wanted to see the look on each noble's face when I implicated them with irrefutable evidence. But it got more difficult. As I started punching higher, the nobles got smarter and more influential. I continued to acquit my clients, but the trials got closer and closer each time. But I was arrogant, and I felt invincible. I thought that no matter what happened, justice would prevail. And then your mother's case happened. Ah, so that was like the first case she lost? I've never met someone that remarkable before. She had this way of making you feel happy no matter what kind of mood you were in. Yeah, I remember. But I failed her. And I failed you. Miss Tamora, I never once blamed you for what happened. I know, but that doesn't change the fact that I couldn't acquit her. She was executed because I didn't do enough. When you asked me to train you to become an attorney, I was blinded by my desperation. I felt so alone and helpless. I wanted someone, anyone, to carry this burden with me. So how pathetic must I have been that I'd look for that in a grieving 10-year-old child. When I looked at you, all I wanted to see was myself. I saw a hurt and broken person who wanted revenge on the nobility. But I was too self-centered to realize that you were nothing like me. You care about people, and you cared more about saving your clients than harming the nobility. I think I knew all along, but I just refused to see it. Maybe you were right about me. What? Maybe I was just using you to make myself feel better. I took you from your home and forced you to dedicate your life to my dream. Maybe I never really cared. If I did care about you, I would never have pulled you into a life like this. I'm sorry, and I can't begin to apologize for doing that to you. The eye shows that her feelings are genuine, but does that even matter at this point? I've been thinking long and hard about this. I want to forgive you, Miss Tamora, but I don't know if I can. I don't blame you, but I want to try. She looks away from us for a moment as she wipes away a single tear. Miss Tamora, no. Don't call me that. What? If you can truly find it in your heart to forgive me, I want things to be different this time. I'm not your superior nor your mentor anymore. We're equals now. So just call me by my first name. Okay. Ruby, this is gonna be weird. Saying it feels really strange after all these years. But we hope we can get used to it. Well, it's nice that we can start to get off on the right foot. Now, on to business. Right, I almost forgot the entire reason I came here. What is it? I didn't just come here to reconcile. I actually need your help with something. Okay? I need you to help me to speak to the Eye Taker. Tyrion! I know. Considering the circumstances, it would probably strain your partnership with him even more. Tyrion, he's dead. But if you just tell me where he is, I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't get traced back to you. Tyrion, the Eye Taker's dead. He's dead, bro. He's been dead for like a month. What? He died right after you convicted Beatrice. He was lynched by a mob of civilians. Yeah, but Eris said she had a talk with him. I wonder if we're gonna remember that and be like, wait a second. Wait, what? Everyone's saying that it was some sort of retaliation from House Frega. Didn't you notice that he didn't send anyone after you? We did notice. We were curious why. But Eris said, wait a minute. Yeah, Eris is a lying little... By the way, is your father still... Oh, if you're worried about him, we've already had a conversation about you. I don't think he'll be accosting you anytime soon. Yeah, we really, really, really need to start leaning on Eris more. Oh, thank you? Then why would Eris say that then? Who's... Well... Oh! Oh! See, here's where the illusion stuff is coming in. Why would Eris say that? Who's Eris? What? Because Ruby's run into Eris several times. What? You've met her before. She has long black hair, she wears a black dress. I guess she really likes black. But anyway, she's the Eye Taker's daughter. Tyrion, the Eye Taker's daughter has red hair. Yeah. Eris demonstrated this at the end of Chapter 4, where she was basically making people see what she wanted them to see. Are we the only ones who's been seeing her for who she really is? Everyone else sees a frickin' redhead. Tyrion, the Eye Taker's daughter has red hair. What? She was there when we spoke to him during Beatrice's trial. Ah, there's the Eris. That's right. What are you talking about? Nope, that's right. Edited. What are you talking about? How is Eris editing our text from so... What is the range on this? Seriously. She was never at that meeting. What? What is going on? She was clearly there. She was clearly there. If it weren't for her intervention, the Eye Taker would have attacked at that very moment. Why are we remembering different things? I'm sorry, Lucio, but whoever this patron is, they have full ownership of her mind. Oh, are we encountering all the people that Eris has made contracts with? They could have easily commanded her to forget signing the contract in the first place. Also that. That's probably why she can't remember what happened during the massacre. Are we gonna summon, Ruby's contract? Because if we try that and we're wrong, we're gonna die, so how sure are we about this? No! Tyrion, what's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you... Wait, I know you can do the eyeball thing. Stop it. A part of us really hopes we're wrong about this. No, we're just gonna summon her contract. Why are Ruby's memories different from ours? Eris! Oh, no, we're gonna... yeah. Everyone in the game signed a blood contract, guys, except Oster. Everyone in the game signed a blood contract. Everyone signed these damn things. Eris has got like a frickin' folder full of them that she just hands out like flyers. That's the only explanation we can think of, but why? Her memories seem intact except for her memories of Eris. So are we gonna finally decide that Eris is the demon? Since her disappearance, we've highly suspected that she was involved in this, have we? I don't think we've suspected her enough, but I'm glad you acknowledge this. Not only was she at the scene of the crime, she went missing at the same time that Beatrice did. But we never thought to ask one question. Who is Eris Ilmater? Thank you! Thank you for this coming up. Please let this be the answer. My God. Oh, hell yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're getting to the meat and potatoes, boys. Now we in this. A flood of memories come back to us. Warriors such as I must hone and develop our senses to survive in battle. Eventually we develop the ability to sense enemies and anticipate danger. Did you ever run into Eris personally? I don't think you did. I'd heard that such senses are heightened when in the presence of extraplanar entities. Actually, that's true. Celeste did not notice that about us, but she does notice it about Eris every single time they've run into each other. In fact, Eris freaked the hell out when Celeste, I should say, freaked the hell out when the last time we ran into Eris, when we were in the prison. I thought those stories were complete hogwash until I met you and Beatrice Fregus familiar. Tyrion, I've fought literal monsters and barely escaped with my life. Yeah, here we go. But when I'm near Eris, none of those creatures come even close. I get this feeling. It's like I'm in front of a predator that I couldn't even hope to beat. Every instinct I have tells me to run whenever she's close by. Yeah. Also this. I'm terribly sorry. He's not usually like this. It's to be expected. I'm not sure why, but animals have always disliked me. Yeah, that's not what the text box said before. Before you edited it, it said animals have always been able to see you for who you really are. There's still very little we know about demons. So what's to say that one can't take on the appearance of a human? But it's still a long shot. But there is one way to find out for sure. Are you going to take a chance on summoning a contract? Because you know how that went last time. Tyrion, talk to me. What's wrong? Oh, I'm going to talk to you all right. I'm about to say a whole bunch of stuff, and you're just going to have to see what happens at the end. Ruby, I'm about to do something stupid. Yeah, exactly. If I fall unconscious, I need you to call Celeste and tell her to contact Lord Asclepius or the Archduke. What? If we're wrong about this, there's no way either of them will get here in time. But it's already late. The trial resumes tomorrow. We can't waste any more time traveling to either of their locations. Oh, we're going straight to Eris. Eris Ilmater, wherever and whatever you are, by the Eye of Horus, I issue upon you a divine edict. Release thine guards and manifest your blood contract with Ruby Tamora. Well, oh, we didn't summon the blood contract. We summoned Eris. Eris is like, oh, you finally figured it out. This entire time I've been chasing you. You have? It's been so entertaining watching you scramble around. You've been making contracts with people across Wyverngard. You took control of Arya and Beatrice. But why? Why would you want to do any of this? Oh, I can't possibly reveal all my secrets. This isn't the proper stage to have our final battle. But I suppose that you've come this far. So how about I give you a little gift? The blood contract. Upon signing this contract, Ruby Tamora grants the Empress of Discord access to her memories. Oh, wow! At any time, the Empress may view any and all of Tamora's memories. In addition to that, the Empress may instantaneously change and alter her memories whenever she wishes. So maybe that's the limit to Eris's powers. She can only do this screen editing, dialogue editing stuff with people she's signed a contract with. It's interesting that this contract is different than the one she gave Arya. What was that? Ruby, Eris Ilmater is a demon, and she's not just any demon, she's the Empress of Discord. And you signed a blood contract with her. That's why you can't remember anything about her. What? Tyrion, I swear on my life that I didn't know anything about this. I know, she probably tricked you into signing this, just like she tricked Arya. Arya? What does the prosecutor have to do with this? Come on, you two. I know things are kind of tense, but there's no need to... What are you holding? Wait a minute, what's kind of tense? Because we're arguing? Is that a blood contract? Celeste, Eris is the Empress of Discord. What? It was her the entire time. I'm glad we're finally accusing her. What's going to happen after this? Because we need a showdown. She tricked Arya into signing a blood contract with her, and she probably controlled her and Beatrice to orchestrate the entire massacre. What? Tyrion, this is crazy. What's crazy? I know I was scared of her that one time. No, you've been scared of her multiple times. But how could Eris be a demon? She looks nothing like Marinoth. By the way, why did you say one time? Celeste, did you sign a blood contract too? Is Oscar the only one that didn't sign a blood contract? I know how unbelievable this is, but I used my divine edict with her name. That wouldn't have worked unless she was a demon. I'd be dead right now. Yeah, I guess I can't disagree with that. We'll need to contact the Grand General immediately. Ugh. But if she's really a demon, is it even possible to arrest her? It's already been a day. For someone like her, that would be more than enough time to skip town. We'll need to speak with the Archduke about this. Thank you, Ruby. You've helped us more than you could ever know. Yeah, of course. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm gonna forget everything that just happened as soon as you leave, by the way. Celeste, let's meet up with everyone. We'll need to discuss our next course of action. Right. We're about to leave Ruby's office when she stops us. Tyrion, have you been using the Eye of Horus lately? Yeah. I can't say much about what I'm doing right now, but I am in the middle of a case. It's just that... What's wrong? Never mind. I don't think it's my place to say anything. Oh, come on! You can't do that! I think I'm just being my usual paranoid self. I'm not the one with the ability to read minds anyway. So if you're not seeing it, it's probably nothing. Okay? I know you can't tell me about what you're doing, and I have no idea what could possibly involve the Kingsguard, Steelwind, and the Empress of Discord. But just stay safe, okay? You're the only family I have left. I will, I promise. Okay, maybe something will happen to Ruby. Thank you. We finally found the lead we've been looking for. No, we got a straight-up confession. Screw leads. We're not sure where this will take us. Well, it's going to take me to a coffee right now. Knowing what we know now, we're almost a little afraid of what might happen. I mean, yeah. Who is Eris? Why would she go through the trouble of orchestrating any of this? She not only impersonated the Eye-Taker's daughter, she also pretended to be our friend. What's her goal in all this? Hopefully tomorrow will finally bring us the answers we're looking for. Oh, you think that, eh? Save? No! Oh, we got an aside. Excuse me. Hey, Orium, what's up? Is something wrong, Commander? Ah! Is Orium a baddie? Is he seriously a baddie? Don't play dumb with me. They told me what you really are. What's your game, demon? Why would you just deliver yourself to our doorstep? Oh, Orium, I've put far too much work into this story to miss the final act. I'm not missing a minute of Psy'Min's stream. I can't wait to see how this ends. You killed 3 people and enslaved an innocent girl. Is this all some kind of game to you? That's exactly what this is to me. Oh, have you seen the Steam reviews? I'll admit, looking back, it does feel a bit derivative. It's a little too much like that Phoenix Wright game. But I think I've done enough to differentiate myself from those that came before. Except Monica, I'm really a lot like her. It's a shame about the timing of it all, though. You're goddamn insane. That took you long enough to notice. I guess the oafish Inquisition Commander does have some observational skills after all. Whatever. You better just not try anything. You know I can't lie, so I'll reassure you. Aha! So we suspected this before. Eris cannot lie. She'll twist everything, and she does, but she cannot lie. So I'll reassure you. I promise I won't harm anyone while I'm in this prison. I promise I won't harm anybody while I'm in this prison. While I'm in this prison. We're finally approaching the climax, Tyrion. No more deductions, no more talking, no more god-awful teasing when we both know who is really behind this. It's just me and you and the end of the stream, because I think that's a good cliffhanger.